family tree at least.
Yeah, that would be very, very good. Or, I mean, we can find a name, a very good name for, according to the history of that leopard.
Yeah.
So it will be very, very good. It will be a very good thing to do. I'm also looking forward for that to happen very, very soon. I think that leopard is still around here. When I checked today on Vietnam driveway, just on Ops Road, tracks of him was coming out into the bush heading west and come back into Kampala Plains all the way down to the other side. The tracks is not out. He might be somewhere in the block, I mean, moving around the area. And today, you know, we're tracking the ML leopard there by Spaghetti Crossing, and the trackers went east on Vulture's Nest and come back Giraffe Deep. When we stopped at Befesuk Dam, thinking we were going to go around to the other side, they located the leopard crossing over the boundary and head off into Befesuk. It could be the same leopard. It looked like he's going to settle around the area because he just bumped the female on the kills. There's not much activity of males here. If you look at Jordan's, we take a while to see him, and we had Mafufunyan today. It come away from Zebra Hood from Aratuza into the area. He only goes around Treehouse Dam off into Rijigari. He doesn't spend a lot of time here. He doesn't come all the way down here.
Sure.
So young male leopards, they can really stay here with him. I believe he's going to stay. If you look at Tingana, Saseka, Kurula, the little bit small leopard compared to the young male leopard, he's got a lot of muscles, he's big, he can try to be around the area without disturbing with any dominant male around the area.
It is, it's great, isn't it? I mean, just to be able to sit here and chat about the activity of leopard and how everything starts to change, and how the story is going to turn out with a new individual in the area. I mean, it can be established their territories and there's not really much change unless you just get younger ones passing in and out. But to have a new one that's been around, been spotted a few times, it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. And
for sure.
Yeah. So
really,
we'll see. Those old guys better start working hard to mark their territory and make sure this youngster doesn't come in and push them around.
I would really like for that young male to stay around. He is such amazing and big. But that will be true, because if you look at the way he behaves, he is coming from, I mean, the area where he gets to see vehicles in daily basis.
Absolutely.
He is very relaxed. Good, very relaxed. You know, I can't believe that he's coming from, I mean, leopard is all the way down there. If the leopard comes from Manyaneti or Kruger National Park, you know the story. I mean, these leopards from Kruger or Manyaneti, it's a big blocks. They haven't seen vehicle until once they get to see, even to hear the engine, they just run off into the bush. So it's really coming from those areas. And we all know that with leopard, they might not going to stay here for good. They might go somewhere else, as far as leopard hills or somewhere else, because they're born in the area. If you look at Mafufunya still here, you know, leopard they avoid inbreeding. They will have to go somewhere else. So it can happen that young man leopard is coming from way, I mean, long, coming here is going to settle, and you know, you're going to compete on the males, and he take over from the dominant issues.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great and exciting to see how things keep an eye on this new male leopard in the area, and just keep track of his activity, where he's moving to, and see what we can find out a little bit about his history, and it'll be great to find out how everything turns out on that side. But Rex, tell me, what news of the lion in the area? Kuhuma Pride,
Mapochos. You know, if I follow up on the information of Kuhuma, you know, I mean, a week ago we heard that Josie is inside make a kill of buffalo there, and from Hoffman he headed all the way down east. He been at our neighborhood Chitwa on the dam. From there he headed straight to the east in Kruger. He didn't come back all the way down there. But when we spotted tracks, it was around here in Quarantine Fulmons Deep, and head all the way down there, and he moved to the east. And then there's two males that are in the area, which are now more in the eastern side of Green Pan, Kruger too. So look like all the animals now, all the lions now, that move into the Kruger, and the reason behind because of Mapochos, they can be here in and out. And we heard that last week, I mean 5 days back, they were at the Aratuza Dam. It's not far from us, and the 10 back went into the south. So if you look at the all lions activities, because of Mapochos still in and out into the area, they're all moving into Kruger National Park for the safety of the youngster. This new male coming from now to there, moving into Kruger, it could be another threat to Kuhuma Pride. It's the reason why the Kuhuma Pride, they keep on moving very far. Josie's coming back here. Out into the bush, 2 is better than 1. If you look at the 2 young males that they form cohesion together with Josie male is being alone. It's alone on the cohesion of males. So it's really easy for 2 young males to drive him out on a short trip. So they have to move very far, deeply into Kruger, and they will come back again themselves and challenge dominance into the area, because they were introduced in the area. These animals sometimes they might tell history to the youngster, and after when they grew up to 2.5, 3 years age of old, they might come back into the area, start to challenge a fight with males that are around in the surrounding. Then it's where we're gonna see Kuhuma. And we had that one of the female of Kuhuma a week ago. She was around Green Pan area. She moved into Kruger National Park. There might be, I believe, somewhere on that line.
And there's been a male and a female started just north in Buffelshoek.
Yeah, that it will be a Sunday Patch female joining these 2 nomadic males that come from Manyeleti, as people said. We don't have more information about they might be coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it have joined. Even now, there's 2 males there with Sunday Patch female all the time. So it have a company. Sunday Patch is serving a company now with these 2 young males that are around. It's amazing.
Lots of activity, lots of action, lots of change, new characters, lots of movements of the wildlife, the territorial animals and dominant animals. So it's going to be lots for us to follow, and it's always great to see some activity and give us something to keep our eyes on and to just see the behavior. I mean, that's the beauty in this area. I mean, we are part of a very large block of land. I mean, the greater Kruger region with all the private reserves and the Kruger Park itself, it just offers don't have to be darted and moved out and then new dominant males brought in to keep the gene pool active and healthy. You can actually just get this whole natural process, and animals will come from the Kruger Park into these reserves, and animals from here will move out. So it really is an awesome block to work in.
Yeah, nature itself, I mean, is well balanced. It doesn't need any interference of human being. Itself, it can take its own control. Yeah, which is really, really amazing. I like because itself can manage itself. It doesn't need anyone to manage.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, Tex, I just think now's a nice opportunity to introduce a face that's been around here that hasn't been on camera too many times, and I'm sure he wants to come just through and say hello. Mr. Texan. It's a strange thing that I have actually worked very close with Texan when I was down in the southern parts of the Sabi Sands. I was in the neighbouring. Actually realised that we knew each other and we had bumped into each other quite a few times, and a lot of great stories to be able to share, and individual characters, and a leopard that we had both known, and elephant that we had both seen and become familiar with. So it's great to have Texan on board. He's done a good workout over here. So Tex, here we go, man.
Hi.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
So as Marco said, we will be joined by Texan here for tonight.